What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and today we're going to be talking about the quote-unquote roadmap for Season 3 Reloaded, all upcoming content releasing this week, as well as a sneak peek preview of the new map and weapon that are available early. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and make sure you have notifications on to stay up to date with everything going on in Cold War Year 2, Warzone, Modern Warfare 2, and any other future Call of Duty as well. Also, be sure to check out Fups, a not-so-healthy snack food brand that makes a range of flavorful corn puff snacks made from the simple ingredients of corn, oil, and flavor dust. They come in about 5 delicious flavors, including grocery store cheddar, semi-historic sour cream and onion, professional salt and vinegar, instant hot chocolate, and an unambiguous cinnamon toast. You can use code SNACKS15 for a 15% off discount with the special link in this video's description or even the pinned comment. Now, for clarification, I've seen a lot of confusion earlier today about the mid-season update. Season 3 Reloaded, or whatever you want to call it, Classified Arms Reloaded, does not officially begin in both games until tomorrow, May 25th at 9 a.m. Pacific, but as of today, or as of this morning, the install for the mid-season update in Vanguard is already out on all platforms, and then the install for the Warzone mid-season update will go live tomorrow as the mid-season begins. So hopefully that makes sense. Nothing really changed this time around for how updates are dropped, how preloads are released, but the only difference this time is that usually whenever the install goes out for the premium COD, whether it's MW, Cold War, Vanguard, you're supposed to get early access to the new weapon today, and then you can go ahead and use it tomorrow in Warzone with that mid-season update, along with maybe considering the bundle for the new weapon as well. But this time around, nothing is actually publicly released and won't be until some point tomorrow. So I guess you could say they forgot about Vanguard today, or said, you know what, screw it, we'll just drop everything on one day since nobody cares anyway. So that's what's going on with the mid-season update. A tiny bit different this time around, but as you guys are probably aware of, there is no official looking roadmap for the mid-season update, probably considering that there isn't much content really coming out. It's very Warzone centric, just like the entirety of Season 3 has been. Vanguard isn't getting much at all. We haven't even got a trailer yet for this content. We might not even get that, but if we do, it'll definitely be centered all around Caldera and Rebirth, as well as the ending of the Operation Monarch event. So like I said before, they forgot about giving us early access to the new Vanguard weapon. They already confirmed that Season 4 will end up being the biggest change to Warzone yet, or will feel like the biggest change we've ever seen to Caldera as a whole. So I'm looking forward to the next season, but I guess it's safe to assume for the remainder of Vanguard's life cycle, all of this DLC and the seasonal updates will definitely be Warzone centric. Now, I will be covering all the upcoming bundles. There's about 29 coming during the mid-season update. I'll be covering that as well as the patch notes in a separate video I'm going to post tomorrow morning before the actual season does begin. But as per usual, the new multiplayer map and the final promised one for this season, Sphere, is available via private matches. And although you can't publicly unlock the new Blixen SMG via multiplayer or zombies yet, you could get a preview of it within private matches as well. So once this does officially launch tomorrow, to unlock it for free in multiplayer, you have to get 3 slide kills in a single match 15 times. You do not have to complete all the matches though. You can back out like Modern Warfare. And for zombies, you have to use SMGs to eliminate 50 Zabalas. That's AIDS, and that may take a while. So I'm sure you guys out there, if you're gonna unlock it for free, will end up doing this via multiplayer. And we'll talk more about the bundle tied to this new SMG and what that blueprint looks like in the separate video that I'm posting at some point tomorrow. But Sphere is definitely an okay looking map. I mean, I'm definitely shocked that we didn't end up getting any more remasters from World War II 2017 or even Treyarch's World at War, because it seems like, according to leakers, there were quite a bit of remasters or remakes planned from both of those games that were going to drop in Vanguard at some point throughout the seasons, but it seems like all of that's probably canceled, and I guess that's for the better, so that whenever we do get a new map in multiplayer throughout seasons 3, 4, and then 5, it'll end up being new experiences, not remakes. But hey, a new map's a new map, can't complain about it. The map visually looks pretty cool. It plays alright. I mean, I think it's just a weird feeling season for Vanguard because of how little content we've gotten in this game over the past, month since the season has started. So I think the problem is whenever you just add one new map at the start of a season, people get burnt out of it after like 5 or 6 games, and that's really it. The beginning of Season 3 brought us, a trophy system, a couple of other weapons, but other than that, not much is really offered in Season 3 of Vanguard. Definitely no new game modes, no quality of life improvements to Champion Hill or Arms Race. It's been a very bland season thus far for this premium game. Now, before we continue, let's go ahead and thank the sponsor of today's video. Now tonight's video has been sponsored by Random Dice Defense. This is a game where you can build your deck, create a custom battle deck of 5 different dice with unique abilities, millions of combinations to match different playstyles, and you can also merge your defenses. When you merge the same type of dice with the same number of dots, you will get 1 level higher dice tower. The tower type changes randomly when you merge. Strategy is key though. You can summon, merge, or power up with the dice. Use SP strategically, where summoning a greater number of weaker dice can be better than having a small number of stronger dice. There are also different gameplay modes: PvP, co-op, arcade, and even crew. There's waves of co-op rounds that can literally go on for hours if you and your partner are good enough. Join a crew for social features and exclusive crew content such as raid and crew battles. You can try arcade mode challenges and trade in arcade tokens for special prizes. So if this sounds exciting to you guys, you can download Random Dice Defense and build your deck today with the special link in this video's description. Thank you to Random Dice Defense for sponsoring tonight's video. Now, it was confirmed that tomorrow, May 25th, is the official launch of the new COD merchandise shop, and you could expect maybe some merch from Monarch as that event is ending, Modern Warfare 2 of course, which we'll be talking plenty about in some videos I have scheduled already here on the channel, and then maybe even some Treyarch goodies could be sold on the new merchandise shop, right? Maybe some goodies from Black Ops Cold War, or just some legacy zombies content, or something cool that is Treyarch themed. Looking forward to what's available in the shop, and I believe it's been a couple of years since the last COD online shop was up, and I'm not sure why they ever took it away. I'm assuming they were like, hey, it's not really making much money, let's just take it down, or hey, we'll kind of revamp the shop at some point in the future. So it's been a bit since we last saw a shop like this, and I think it was cool though. A couple of years ago, we had a cool online shop with merch from MW, from Black Ops 4, from some other legacy COD titles. It was cool to see. They had some cool hoodies, beanies, scarves, mugs, glasses. I mean, they sold it all, so I'm hoping that they do even more with this shop when it ends up releasing. But they put out a funny tweet on Twitter saying that the Buy Station IRL is coming on the 25th of May. Now, as I was recording this, new information was found regarding upcoming maps and even weapons. So we have 3 map code names for Vanguard multiplayer. One of them is known as Liberty, the next one is known as Malta Fort, and the last one is called Downcast. Leave all your best thoughts and comments down below regarding what you think these maps are. Are all 3 of these for Season 4? Is one of them dropping as a surprise in Reloaded? Very unlikely, but yeah, we're probably going to end up getting 2 to 3 maps max with every upcoming season. But as far as weapons go, we have the AR known as the E-Mic-1, and don't forget the phonetic alphabet is used in the in-game files to describe weapons, so this is going to stand for the EM-1, and we then have a pistol known as the D-Uniform. Not sure what that could even mean, but if you have an idea, also drop your thoughts down below. Now, when it comes to Classified Arms Reloaded, it was confirmed that Toys for Bob has developed an all-new underground travel system in Caldera, so same kind of system from Verdansk, and I'm assuming people out there are probably tired of bunkers and travel systems. It's kind of been a rinse and repeat of content that we already had over a year and a half ago, and now we're just getting it again in Caldera, which is weird, but they confirm 14 different access points, as you can see perfectly emphasized in the map they've released. So you'll notice that 7 of the access points are actually the same locations as the Nebula 5 bunkers that got added during, I think it was Season 2, and you'll see the silver vault door symbols on the minimap when you're actually in game. The other 7 access points are small hatches that you can find, as you can see here on the beautiful new map. And instead of a roadmap for Season 3 Reloaded, we got this map, which I guess is the closest to it, considering this is like the highlight of Season 3 Reloaded for Caldera altogether. They also confirmed the Serpentine perk from Vanguard is coming to Warzone. It's coming into the Perk 1 slot, and it says sprinting reduces incoming damage from bullets, explosives, and fire by 20%. And I don't think it's as OP as you'd probably think though. I know a lot of people out there are claiming that the perk isn't really that useful in Vanguard, but I guess we won't know exactly how useful it's going to be in Warzone until we get our hands on it at some point on the 25th. Now, in addition to new perk satchels, which will now appear on Rebirth Island along with Caldera, allowing you to pick up even more perks, which is great, Warzone will also be adding in 3 new items to its loot pool in Battle Royale modes: the Gulag entry token, Redeploy extraction tokens, and even speed boost. There will also be a new field upgrade, the Radar Jammer, to be added in all modes item pool. Now, with the Gulag entry token, as they said, the Hold's owners love to see good fights, apparently, as they are putting special Gulag entry tokens in supply boxes for BR matches. Developed by Raven, this token brandishes the infamous post-death symbol and binds to your operator on pickup. Only one can be carried at a time, and if one is picked up or kept after the Gulag is closed, you'll receive cash compensation for holding one. If you perish while holding a Gulag entry token, you will be sent back to the Gulag rather than needing to be bought back or be eliminated from the game. Then it's like your first death all over again, fighting a 1v1 duel to survive and redeploy. Hopefully it's not buggy to where if nobody else gets added to the Gulag, then you're just stuck there for the rest of the game. Not sure how that works, but I'm sure if you're stuck there, it'll just throw you back in by your team or something. We then have the Redeploy Extraction token, so also developed by Raven. This is something that Warzone veterans may be familiar with, a token that grants an automatic redeploy without any need to visit the Gulag or to be bought back at a buy station. Just like the Gulag entry token, this one also deactivates once the hold shuts down late in a match, and players who hold onto it for that long receive a cash prize as compensation. Its usefulness is obvious, but its presence is rare. Do not expect to find these as often as Gulag entry tokens, which will already be of legendary rarity. And we then have the Speed Boost. Once it's picked up, it will automatically grant the operator a temporary movement buff. Sliding while having the boost grants a quick way around the map, and it allows for a ton of potential movement techniques, such as parkour lines and jumps, which can help before or during engagements. Just like the other tokens, the Speed Boost will not be a common item in supply boxes, and once it's picked up, its effectiveness will be for extremely limited time. Make the most of this boost, and it will generously reward you and the squad. And imagine pairing that up with slide canceling, bunny hopping, snaking using meta weapons. This is going to be wild for the momentum of Warzone, for sure. And lastly, the field upgrade, which is the radar jammer, cannot be equipped for modes such as plunder, but can be found around the map in supply boxes or on the ground in rare cases. As an area denial tool, the jammer can be a great mid to late game item like the PDS, which can change how a squad approaches their final battles. However, just like the other upgrades, the jammer can be hacked by an operator using the engineer perk, so be mindful of where you place the effective device. Now we're also going to be getting the high value loot zones from Operation Monarch introduced into standard Battle Royale matches. So high reward places to drop or travel to will be present on the map now. Check your attack map or minimap to see where these areas are and decide whether to set a course for fortune and frequent fighting. So I'm glad that Operation Monarch was successful enough to really inspire them to take some features from it and then throw it into other modes. I mean, my favorite ultimate of all time, Power Grab, was fantastic. I mean, that mode was such a good amount of fun, and I'm glad they kind of reintroduced that a little bit with Operation Monarch. Absolutely love that. But we also have a Champion of Caldera LTM coming out soon. The mode will feature 150 maximum players and a single continuous closing circle in a Battle Royale style fight for survival. All operators will drop in with their custom loadout, a gas mask, and a single redeploy extraction token. The item pool is slightly altered to emphasize equipment not normally found in loadouts and epic to legendary rarity weapons. Collect cash to visit an upgraded buy station, which features the advanced UAV and even the specialist bonus for a hefty fee. Most notably, kills in this game mode immediately refill player health, equipment, and ammo, incentivizing would-be champions to play aggressively and eliminate the competition directly to have the best chance at victory. This sounds like my cup of tea here. I love playing aggressive in COD, whether it's MP, whether it's Warzone. This is going to be interesting. Now, we also have a new public event coming to Rebirth, known as the Occupation Scan. Players must go prone or be revealed on the map, which I'm not really a fan of how this sounds right now. I mean, I hope to be wrong when it comes out tomorrow, but this sounds like it's going to encourage camping if this public event actually spawns in during your match. So I'm not sure what to make of this, and if it's not successful or not received, well, I'm sure they'll take this out of the game relatively quickly, but let's see how this works out. We also have a redacted experience coming to Rebirth. As they wrote in the blog post, on Redacted, agents, redacted names, informed us of hostile forces hacking into radar towers to perform occupation scans. Information on these scans have now been declassified after we confirmed leaks to civilian media to be embargoed for release on May 23rd at 1,000 hours in the interest of public safety. Although there are no physical threats detected, we are led to believe that mercenary forces currently stationed at Redacted may be contracted shortly to attack our alliance on Rebirth. We must move ahead of them and deliver a coordinated first strike at their base before they find a tactical position in the Aerial Sea and before it is lost. Stand by for details on extraction protocols and new assignments. So I'm wondering what the storyline holds for the rest of Rebirth. I mean, now that Rebirth takes place in the present, it'll probably end up tying into the plot of Modern Warfare 2. So I'm very curious how that's going to go, considering we just had like a Perseus focus, which is Cold War centered during Season 2 Reloaded, so I'm wondering what this is going to be at some point towards the end of Season 3. But I was definitely hoping for Mechazilla to pop up somewhere on Caldera or even Rebirth, but that's also not going to happen at this point. Now, you guys probably saw the beautiful new skin, which was emphasized in the cover art for Season 3 Reloaded. He's going to come with a Mastercraft. We'll talk more about that in a separate video, but we also have the launch of Kim Tae-young. Trained by her mother as a fighter, Tae-young donned the mask to conceal her identity while helping families cross the North Korean border to safety. She soon earned a reputation among the Korean people as a local folk hero and a keeper of justice. Even the briefest glimpse of her dakebi, probably said that wrong, her mask, instills hope in her people and fear in her enemies. So we do have a decent amount of content in terms of cosmetics releasing throughout Season 3 Reloaded, but in terms of actual material like maps and weapons, it's very scarce for Vanguard, but at the very least, Warzone is going to get a healthy amount of updates, which in my opinion are also preparing us for how Warzone 2 is going to play. I think a lot of these new changes we're seeing in Warzone 1 are kind of like a live beta of some of the features they're experimenting with right now for Warzone 2, so they want to see our reception to some of these new improvements. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the quote-unquote roadmap for Season 3 Reloaded? How do you feel about the upcoming content for Warzone? And also, what are your thoughts on the brand new map and weapon which you could play right now via private matches? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.